Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today guys, we are going to take a look at an old school altcoin project called Dent, and we are going to see what the project is all about and take a look at its long-term price potential at the end of the video as well. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, if you are interested in trading and would like to try the same exchange that I use, feel free to go ahead and try the MEXC crypto exchange. You can find a link to it in the description below this video. I personally love this exchange because I'm a huge altcoin nerd and they have over 1,500 different altcoins for me to buy before the next bull market. And in addition, they allow me to trade crypto futures on a regular basis. So that's always nice as well. So here's the thing, you guys. If you have never heard about Dent before, if you've never heard about this project before whatsoever, then you're literally in for a treat, okay? You're in for a treat because this project's pretty damn cool, to be brutally honest with you. If you are a fan of projects that actually do something, you're going to like this one, all right? Because it's got an actual use case, all right? So here's the thing. Dent is literally jam-packed with all kinds of different features, all right? It's literally jam-packed with features. But for those of you who have no idea what this project is actually about, from a very basic level, Dent is a digital mobile operator that offers eSIM cards, mobile data plans, call minute top-ups, and roaming-free experiences. And they do this by employing a global marketplace for mobile data on the blockchain, all right? That is pretty damn cool if you ask me, to be brutally honest with you. Now, before I actually get too deep into the project's features, here are a few statistics first, all right? Dent has already attracted more than 25 million mobile device users, and their services are available in more than 140 countries as well. And lastly, they've also been able to secure some pretty lucrative enterprise relationships with Samsung Blockchain, the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, and Telecom Infra as well. So realistically, they've got some pretty darn big partnerships, to be honest with you. So now you might actually be wondering, what problem does Dent actually, what problem are they actually trying to solve? Because this is kind of the biggest question here. And the biggest problem that arises is the fact that there is a huge, and you guys, there is a gigantic gap in the world's population that has restricted access to mobile devices and mobile services due to skyrocketing costs of, traditional mobile carriers. But here's the thing, Dent fills that gap by providing global access to mobile airtime and data, which is very, very nice. Again, just another good problem that blockchain technology can and has solved. So now let's take a look at all the features that Dent actually has to offer, all right? So first and foremost is going to be the eSIM technology, all right? Realistically, first and foremost, the eSIM technology. I mean, with Dent's eSIM card, you will literally get an internet connection in 70 different countries worldwide with a validity of 365 days. And you will not have to deal with roaming fees either. And the best part about it is there's no contract either, all right? You literally just pay for gigabytes and packages of like 1 gigabyte, 3 gigabytes, 5 gigabytes, 10 gigabytes, or even more as you go. However, like with most mobile data plans, there's always going to be a few negatives as well. Nothing is perfect out there, you guys. So there's going to be negatives. And the biggest negative that I've come across is that their connectivity speeds, they only go up to roughly 4G and LTE, which means there's no 5G like you get with most traditional carriers today. But realistically, if you're if you're in an area where you don't have access to traditional mobile carriers, this is pretty big, to be honest with you. But for people who would otherwise not be connected to cellular data, it's really not that big of a deal to not have 5G, to be brutally honest with you. Lastly, another cool thing about the eSIM data packages is that you can literally share your data over your iPad or other iPhones by using Dent's Teams feature as well, okay? They've got this team feature, which is pretty darn nice. You can literally share your data with any other data-connected device. with any device that you own, to be honest with you, which is honestly pretty great for parents, you know, for instance, for parents who can share their data with their children, or, you know, they can share it with their children so that they can keep an eye on, you know, how much data, how much overall data that they're using. Because honestly, there's kind of a problem out there. You know, there's a lot of parents who just let their kids just kind of like sit on their phones and sit on their data plans all day long. And that kind of takes away from, you know, being a kid these days and whatnot. So realistically, it's just a way for parents and stuff like that. It's just an example of parents being able to, you know, keep an eye on how much data they're using and stuff like that. So overall, the Dent Teams feature here, the Dent Teams feature, I mean, realistically, they've put a ton of work on the back end to make sure that families can stay connected across the globe realistically. In addition to the eSIM cards and this Teams feature here, you guys, there's also plenty of other features as well, all right? Such as, for instance, this Dent Giga Store, okay? Now, what's cool about the Dent Giga Store is, I mean, here's the thing, all right? So realistically, it's basically a reseller platform built on blockchain that allows you to be able to resell or buy and resell various data packages. It's honestly pretty cool because this gives users the ability to make some money in the Dent ecosystem as well. So that is pretty nice as well, you guys, because people love making money, and you know, hey, why not? If you can make some money buying and reselling different packages, why not, right? I mean, somebody's got to do it. However, that's still not it when it comes to the endless amount of features that Dent offers. They also have a built-in swapping mechanism that's built on top of Uniswap v3 that allows users to swap their Dent tokens for other cryptos and or contribute to, you know, various liquidity pools as well. And I should also mention that this feature is available on both mobile and desktop. And the best part is there's no KYC either, as it operates as pretty much as like a decentralized exchange. So that's always nice to see in here as well, you guys. All right. Now, don't worry, I'm almost done here. But overall here, you guys, Dent is one of those altcoin projects that is, I mean, guys, they have literally been consistently building and actually, you know, they've been consistently building actual utility in the background for many, many years. And I absolutely love projects like this, simply because there's no sketchy bullshit ever involved whatsoever. They're literally just a company that's building products and services for people who can actually use them in the real world. And these are the types of products and services that will thrive long term, especially as the blockchain space grows as a whole in the long term, you guys. So overall here, you guys, that is, you know, that about does it for Dent, to be honest with you. But before I actually go ahead and wrap this video up, I do want to show you some overall price potential of this coin to see if it could potentially do like 50x or something like that in the long term. All right. So first of all, the first thing I want to look at here is, as we can clearly see, you guys, this project has been around since, I mean, obviously 2017 is when the price data goes back to. As you guys can clearly see, the prices that it was back then, I mean, we're talking fractions of a penny, and it's still fractions of a penny right now. There was one point in time where it did manage to reach levels of, let's see here, 11 cents at one point in time. And realistically, you guys, it's done it once. It could probably end up doing it again. But realistically, as we can clearly see here, you know, in the, you know, 2 bull runs ago, back in the end of 2017, early 2018 in that bull run, I mean, it went pretty darn high. That's when it went to about 11 cents. But in the next bull run, it didn't go that high. It went probably about 30% as high as it went before. So realistically, we don't know how high it's going to go the next time. But if it does follow the same process or the same pathway, we can fully expect that it'll probably do roughly maybe 30 to 50% of what it did in the last bull market, realistically, you guys. But in the long-term grand scheme of things, that's the price potential that I am personally after. So that's the price potential we're going to be looking at today, all right? So let's check this out real quick. I want to go ahead and see if this coin could potentially do like a 50x or something like that. I just want to see what the potential market cap levels would be if it did do a 50x or something. So we'll go ahead and take this 0.0006. Actually, we're just going to go with 7 since it's pretty much there. And we'll go ahead and multiply it by 50. So it would be roughly a 3-cent coin, 3.5-cent coin, if it were to do a 50x from where it's at right now. So if we go ahead and we multiply this by its current circulating supply, which is pretty much 1,000 million billion, 100 billion tokens, Let's see what we got here. 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000 million billion. All right. And we get a market cap of roughly $3.5 billion, you guys. Now, in the long-term grand scheme of things here, you guys, especially as, you know, the blockchain space grows as a whole and projects like this get adopted more and more in the long term, you know, a $3.5 billion market cap really isn't that big of a deal for a, you know, for a project like this who has an actual product for people in the real world. Okay, so realistically, this project could reach these levels again at some point in time in the long-term future. It might take longer than most people would hope, but it definitely does have the chance to be able to reach these levels in the long-term future, you guys. Now, I'm not talking about 6 months from now. I'm not talking about the next bull market. I'm talking maybe possibly 5 to 10, maybe even 15 years from now. I'm talking about when the blockchain space literally gets, you know, fully adopted by the general public in the long-term future, you guys. So overall here, though, that's going to pretty much do it for this video. So I will go ahead and wrap this one up. But again, guys, hey, before you guys leave, go ahead and make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a new crypto and altcoin video from me on a regular basis. And hey, guys, with that said, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the comment section down below of my future videos.